Okay guys, so I just filmed a whole portion of this video and my camera kind of glitched and like the SIM card said it was full even though it was like supposedly empty basically before. So I'm not sure what's going on. So if I have those clips then great, and then you would not have seen this. But if you are seeing this, then I lost all of that footage. So I'm gonna give you a quick rundown of everything that I said in that clip before I lost the footage. I talked about 3 products and I've been wearing them for a while now. The first one is actually a pimple patch right here. You can't really see it from like kind of a distance, but up close you can a little bit tell. This is the Mighty Patch pimple patches. Amazing, so good. I didn't think I really liked pimple patches. I didn't think they were worth the hype. But then, I didn't think they were worth the hype, but then I tried these. I had tried before the Revolution skincare one, which is like the Makeup Revolution like sister brand. And I just didn't really feel like they did anything, but these, I'm telling you, they work. They really are the kind that like suck the gunk out of your face. So if you're dealing with any kind of acne, definitely try these, especially with whiteheads. I think they're great. Love it. So next, I am wearing currently the Versed Vacation Eyes Brightening Eye Gel. This is supposed to be really good for dull eyes. This is vegan, cruelty-free, fragrance-free, dye-free. Like, it's really clean. It's a really clean brand, really. Versed is. I got mine at Target for $12.99. It was on sale for some reason, as opposed to being normally like $18. So this is, it says that it's a serum, a vitamin C serum for under the eyes. It's an eye gel, but then the e.l.f. CBD cream, which doesn't have vitamin C, so it's kind of different, but it has a very similar texture. I'm wearing this, I normally wear this one, but the applicators are very similar. The e.l.f. one is only $8, so if it's like, if you think the Versed one is a little bit out of your price range, definitely try e.l.f. I mean, I know they're not the exact same thing, but they have a very similar consistency. You can kind of see right there. And they feel very similar. The only thing is they just do different things. So obviously, like if you are suffering from dullness around your eyes or dark circles, maybe try the vitamin C one. But I just really like the e.l.f. one as like a daily eye cream slash kind of gel. They're both a very like serum-y consistency, but this one's new to me, and this is the one I'm trying out today, and I really like it so far. My under eyes feel great, really hydrated. I've already had it on for about an hour or so. And then the next thing I mentioned is the e.l.f. Holy Hydration Face Cream. I have the one with SPF 30. I loved this. This is like the star of the show for me. It doesn't smell overwhelming. It has a very like a very slight hint of SPF like scent in the background, but I really liked this. My skin felt super glowy. I've already been like wearing it for a minute, and I've been wearing a face mask and stuff, so I think I'm gonna try other things from this line, but I really love it. I'm not applying more because honestly, it absorbed really quickly into my skin, but I feel like my face still feels so plump and hydrated that I don't want to put more on right now because I'm about to put on the e.l.f. primer and I don't want it to be like a slippy mess, if you kind of catch my drift. So, okay, so the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer is what we are testing out right now. This is basically the inspiration for this video. It has hyaluronic acid in it, so really great ingredients in this one. I love that they're making like this there's like this move right now to like make primers that are also really good for your skin. I love that. I like the packaging of this. It's basically like a mini version of the e.l.f. Jelly Pop Dew Primer, although I think this is actually more expensive. So unless I like it more, I don't think I'll be purchasing it over this one. This one is very sticky. I've heard people say that the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer isn't as sticky, which is kind of funny to me because it literally says like Power Grip in the name, and the other one is just like, it doesn't claim that same thing. But also, I feel like this is probably more of a dupe for the Milk Makeup one because I did try the Milk Makeup one once and it wasn't as sticky as this one. So we're gonna try this one today. Power Grip Primer is a lot more like runny than the e.l.f. Jelly Pop, by the way. It's the same consistency, a little bit more watery, and it spreads onto the face a little bit easier. Doesn't really have a scent. On the other hand, I really like the e.l.f. Jelly Pop Dew Primer scent. I think it smells really good. So they said to let that sit on your skin for 30 seconds. I already think I'm gonna love this primer. I was like super hyped up about it. And like I already love this one. You can really see I have a bunch of backups of the e.l.f. Jelly Pop Dew Primer because I love it so much. In fact, it's like the thing that I keep in like my everyday makeup bag. But this one definitely smells a lot better, if you ask me. Oh my god, my dog. You guys, this is so funny. She's like a huge dog and she's crawling in my lap under my makeup desk to say hi. I know, you are so needy. She's such a sweet dog, you guys. She's a German Shepherd, Belgian Malinois mix, and her name is Roxy. Also, I got this a while ago. My mom actually picked it up for me because I told her I needed a backup of the Super Stay foundation, and instead she picked up this one because she was like, it's the only one I saw, whatever. So she got this one instead. This is the same shade, 128 Warm Nude, as the one I normally wear. Well, this is actually darker than the one I normally wear because I ran out of it, and I couldn't find the exact shade. But I normally am in the shade 128 Warm Nude, but this one's actually lighter than the original Super Stay foundation. So this is the Super Stay Active Wear Foundation from Maybelline. It says it is up to a 30-hour wear, while the normal Super Stay says it has a 24-hour wear. Mind you, like, I'm not ever wearing my makeup that long, pretty much, I think. I always take it off every night, so never more than 24 hours. But I want to try this because people have been, like, just figuring out about this, and I've been using it on and off for a while now. So I'm gonna do half of my face with a sponge. This is just a damp sponge. And I'm gonna do the other side of my face with the Ariel and Morphe collab foundation brush. They came out with a whole set, so I have the whole set here, and I'm gonna be using that set of brushes throughout my makeup today because it's brand new to me. This is like the softest foundation brush I have ever felt, by the way. I'm gonna do the right side of my face with the brush. So I think it is a little bit too light for me, but we're gonna make it work. I also have to be honest with you guys, I don't normally like applying my foundation with a brush. And I feel like I always end up having to go back in with a sponge. I also feel like the brush is like dragging the product. Like it's like sticking. I'm gonna zoom you guys in so you can see. I just feel like it's more streaky. I don't know how people do this, honestly, you guys. I mean, I guess if I pat it in, you don't see the streakiness. There's like a little bit of a section done with the brush. I just can't. That's driving me crazy, not gonna lie. Like I really try to do my foundation with a brush, and it's just not for me. So like I'm gonna go in with the other side on with my sponge just because I know that's what I like. Like I just feel like I get so much better coverage. I'm gonna take off this pimple patch. I get better coverage and like a smoother base in general. So I do, however, like a brush to drag foundation down my neck. Someone said in their review of this that it is thinner than the normal Super Stay foundation. I disagree. I find that they are equally as thick, like very cream-like. Yeah, like look how thick that is. It's not running. The other one is just the same kind of texture too. So I have to say, I think I prefer the regular one over this, but that could just be because of the like shade. Also, I wet my sponge earlier when I was originally like starting to film this video, or thought I was gonna sit down to film it, like just like maybe an hour ago. And it feels weird, but at the same time I think that could be because I just like washed it. So overall I think it looks good. Mind you, I'm in front of some very bright lighting, has really good coverage. I do think that I prefer the normal Super Stay foundation, but it honestly gives me the very same vibe. I don't really see what the difference is here. So Juicy Jazz was mentioning how I love the Milk Makeup bronzer, right? And she was mentioning how the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer is good, but, and I like this one, I mean, you can see I've used it, but she said that the e.l.f. Contour Cream palette is a lot more creamy and pigmented. So let's try it out. Like the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer is better for beginners because it's not as pigmented, so like you can go in with a ton of product and it's not really gonna like, you know, be a big deal. This is really nice. I feel like the packaging on this is really nice as well. I'm gonna apply this with the same foundation brush that I was using earlier because I don't really think I like it for foundation, so I think I'll like it for this. I'm gonna go with the lightest shade just to kind of keep it safe. Also, I'm using this to bronze, so I kind of want to just see how I feel about it. I normally use a smaller brush, I feel like, so my sponge feels a combination of too dry and too wet. I don't even know how else to explain it. There is something I'm not liking, and I don't know if it's the foundation or the primer. I've used that foundation before. Maybe when everything is done, I'm being just like maybe hypercritical right now, but something feels off. I want to compare the shades really quick to you guys. This and this, like the two lightest shades look very similar, but I think this one is more pigmented compared to the lighter shade. Or maybe, I feel like I should have done one on one side and one on the other. But like just going in with this, I feel like maybe I think the thing is that this is warmer, like a warmer color. Yeah, this is more gray, and already going in with this one, I think that's why I like it more. It's a warmer color, and I really like the putty primer. I like the convenience of like being in a single pot. It's small. I like it. I'm gonna try this slightly deeper shade. Jasmine has Juicy Jazz. She has never let me down with her recommendations, like literally ever. I will say the e.l.f. Putty Primer is more dewy. So is the Milk Makeup Stick that I love so much. Again, it's like not my favorite thing about it. Contour kit I'm using right now doesn't have that like extra dew, which I prefer. All right, guys. I feel like I look like a clown because I've put so much bronzer on my face. I don't know how I feel. I think I like it. Okay, I think this is how I feel. I think I like this. I do not think that I need it or like it more than the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer, because I feel like for me the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer is like a one-step situation. And then I can like top it with bronzer. While I feel like this one I have to mix those two shades to really like the outcome. Since we are already using so much e.l.f., I'm gonna go in with my e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. This is a satin finish. I have mine in the shade Medium Peach. I feel like I've talked about this on my channel, but I don't know if I've talked about it enough for you guys to know how obsessed I am with this. This is the Juvia's Place bronzer in the shade Medium. I love both of the shades in here. I mix them. They're like, I could like swirl my brush in here and like no kickback would come up. I think they are amazing. Like they were like $18, I believe. And at the time I was like, $18, you know? Like, but I've just like I didn't know I was gonna love Juvia's Place like formula, and so I was a little bit like skeptical. Was like, okay, well $18 seems like a lot for something I don't know if I'm gonna love. But then I tried it and girl, run to Ulta and get this. I'm obsessed. I got a little sample of the NARS Orgasm Blush. I've never tried it. So I feel like we should try it today. This is the Morphe and Ariel A2.3 brush. Or sorry, 3.2. Do you guys know I'm dyslexic? I feel like if you watch any of my videos at some point you'd be like, this girl's dyslexic. I'm swirling my brush a lot and not picking up very much product. Like this is a very buildable blush if you ask me. Like it's not giving like pigment, you know? Then again, lately the blushes I've used, I feel like every time I apply them, they're giving pigment. Like it's like bam, bam formula. So I'm gonna apply this mostly on the apples of my cheek. I do really like the color. It's a very flattering color. I feel like it would work on a lot of different skin tones. I just don't think I love it. I'm gonna go in, I wanted something a little bit more muted. I'm gonna go with the Glowing in Grease blush and highlight palette, and I'm gonna go in with the shade Santorini. Again, this one has a little bit of a sheen, but like I barely applied any on my brush, like barely dipped my bristles in, and I feel like this blush is just so much more pigmented. Yeah, NARS, that blush just has nothing on this formula. I feel like I know that it's like an OG blush, people like really love it, everybody has at some point said something positive about that blush, and I think the shade is very pretty, but honestly I even prefer the dupe of it that people have like talked about forever, which is Milani Luminosa, which is more luminous and just as buildable. Like the color is very similar. I'm gonna take a little bit of Mykonos, which is that lighter shade. This one is matte. Look, even this one, like right here where I like first applied it. You guys, I feel like I'm experiencing a train wreck. I went in with the Milani Fruit Fetish Make It Last, and the sprayer like squirted so bad. It pretty much ruined this little area of my face. I really like this, but I think I'm gonna literally have to like mutilate the bottle and put it in something with a nice spritzer. This is not it. Okay, so now I'm gonna go with the Wet n Wild Browsessive Brow Shaping Gel. This is new to me. I've used it a few times on its own and with other products, and I actually really like this. Don't know what's going on, you guys. It's like everything I've done today, it's been a little bit of a struggle moment with the makeup, which sucks because I was like super ridiculously excited, thinking it was gonna be like amazing. I feel like we're definitely making it work. Also, you guys just heard that space heater turn on. It is so cold to me right now. Like I feel like I'm freezing. Today I'm gonna be using a palette that I have been loving off camera. I literally only used it I think one time on camera, but off camera it's been my go-to palette. It's been like in my everyday bag. I've been completely obsessed with it. It's the Jaclyn Hill Divine Neutrals palette with Morphe. Mine's like well used. Like you can kind of see like dirtiness on it a little bit, and for me that always like signifies like, yeah, this palette is really loved. I'm gonna use this brush, which is the A11 from the Morphe and Ariel collection, and I'm gonna go into the shade Good Vibes. This is like the perfect shade. It's beautiful. I'm just gonna do the look that I've like been consistently doing with this palette that is like such a no-brainer, because I really do feel like I need something to go well. But I just wanted to give this palette a little bit of love, even if it is a basic look. You guys, I love it so much. I think it was like really affordable. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of Just Barely, which is like the lighter shade, and like kind of use this one to diffuse the outer edge right there. I love this palette. I think it is so easy, so convenient, so beautiful. I love having it. I feel like I've really gotten like my use out of it. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other eye really quick. While I'm at it, I'm also gonna take that shade Good Vibes that we've been using on the lid, and I'm gonna run it under the... I really like this brush for this. I feel like it's just fluffy enough but like small enough at the same time to fit really nicely under the eye. Like I felt like that was super easy. I'm gonna now type into the shade Boo Bear, which is just a shade over, which is this one right here. And I'm going to apply it on the outer corner. I'm going to take this next brush. It's kind of the same vibe where it's like a little bit tapered, but it's also wide. But this one's more fluffy. And I'm going to take the shade Booked and apply it to the outer crease of my eye. When I use brushes like this for the outer crease, I take it when it's flat, like you can see that right there. And then when I want to diffuse upwards, I flip the brush on its side, because then I feel like I get that like fluffy brush effect from it. I'm also applying it on the outer corner of my eye, kind of in a V shape right here. But basically I just use all these browns, throw them in the crease, deepen it up. All right guys, and then this is why this look is so easy. Literally take any variation from like here to here, like this range of color, slap it on your lid. Like I've done it all over the lid. Today I actually added more dimension on the outer crease with the browns. I think I'm gonna go with Drippin'. I really love it with the darkest shade all over the lid. Super smoky, super sexy. I love it. But today I feel like going in with the Drippin'. These are really, really nice. I have nothing else on my brush. My brush is not wet, but yeah, she really outdid herself if you ask me on this palette. I feel like I've heard people talk negatively about it. Like I know Casey Holmes did a video and she kind of was like, I don't love it. Girl, how? Like I fell in love with this almost immediately. And I mean, I know everyone has like different tastes and my cup of tea ain't gonna be your cup of tea. Like that's the beauty of the world. But I just thought this was so good. Like for the price point, the formula, the mattes, the color scheme, I really like found it becoming my everyday palette, which is why I wanted to do a video with it, you know, because I did a dedicated video. I will insert it here or in the like description down below, one or the other, because you know, I want you guys to like see the other looks I did with it, but it was something similar to this, I believe. And normally I go with black eyeliner, but the one I love is not here with me, so I'm gonna use a brown eyeliner. I also think brown is like very complimentary to this look. This is the LA Girl Perfect Precision Lish eyeliner in the shade brown. I really like LA Girl's eyeliners and lip liners, by the way. Okay, we're trying yet another pair of lashes. I feel like at this point I'm like fighting tooth and nail for this video to go well. I like this style a lot. They wisp out further, they're very full, they're long but not too wispy long. I don't really love like super wispy lashes like the other ones. Okay, so this is, I want to show you guys this example really quick. Applying your lashes, these are the same lashes, applying them differently creates such a different result. I applied this one a little bit closer to my eye, more centered. I tried to apply this one a little more out. It gives a more cat eye effect. Literally same lash, same makeup, everything. I personally like this style more. I think this is very pretty as well, but I like this. I think that this looks more like if I went and got my lashes done. I think that there is a time and place for this. It's just not my favorite. So I'm gonna take this off. So I got 2 of the new Love Triangle lip filler. I've got 2 shades here. I have the shade Mauve, which is the one I feel like I'm gonna use today. And I also have the shade Deep Brown. I'm going to swatch both of them for you guys. This is what the applicator looks like. So you see it's like that triangle almost like for brows. So I'm gonna swatch a little. Ooh, Deep Brown is very pretty. And then let's try, this is the shade Mauve, which is the one I wanted to use today. Mauve from e.l.f. So Mauve from e.l.f. actually is similar in tonality to Brown from NYX, just lighter, I feel like. And less brown, more mauve. But I like this color, but I don't feel like I want to use it today actually, because I feel like it is too mauve for the eye look. I feel like the eye look is very brown and sultry, so, and I'm gonna try Deep Brown. Also, I have a different lipstick that I want to try that I feel like might complement this more. I also thought this would be easier to use, by the way. I feel like I'm struggling a little bit. It just broke. A lot of it just broke. Okay, I already have my impression on this. Do I like it enough to keep it? Yeah. Do I like it enough for it to be my favorite? I don't think so. Lip liner is one of the things that right off the bat I pretty much know whether I like or not. Well, you guys, I thought that was gonna be like an obsession kind of love for me, and it's not. Okay, this is also new for me. I haven't tried it yet. This is the NYX Shine Loud lipstick. I know this isn't brand new. It has a gloss on one side and a matte lipstick on the other. I really hope I like this color. Okay, this pairs beautifully with that lip liner, like the shade. Wow, okay, that's really nice. And I feel like it would also really pair nicely with the shade Mauve. I'm actually gonna not apply the gloss. I'm normally a gloss girl. I wanna see how it performs as a liquid lipstick. So this is the finished look. I feel like I was put through the ringer to accomplish something that normally I can do really quickly. So I think I'm like, I don't think I love that foundation, honestly. I think I prefer the other one. I'm gonna keep trying the lip liners. I think I like the primer. I don't think I like the cream contour palette. The more I thought about it, the fact that I would have to like mix these two shades to accomplish a shade that I like is annoying. Like, it's a good formula though. Like, if you are okay and you really truly want something to contour with, I think you'll like this. The thing is, I'm looking for an all-in-one bronzer contour kind of vibe, and I feel like for that reason I like the e.l.f. putty bronzer better if I'm going into creams. But of course I always like top it off with like a regular bronzer. I just like this better. I think that this is more versatile for me because I can use this on like no makeup days. I can use it on like very light makeup days, and I can use it for full glam as well. So yeah, it's okay. This is just not my favorite. I'm gonna continue to try everything a little bit longer, but right where I was sitting, it's not like giving what it needs to give, especially the lip liner. Like, I thought I was really gonna love the shape, but I'm not in love with it. So anyway, you guys, this is the finished look. If you stuck around till this end, I'm sorry, you are a real one. I know we were on the struggle bus together. I promise next video, I'm just gonna like go for products that I absolutely love, my ride or dies, things that are not gonna fail me, and we'll talk then. So I'll see you guys then.